So it's race day. I am so excited right now. Like,
many others.
I don't know. I'm just pumped. Like, this first race of the season, we came out of the gates swinging on top of the board right now. There was no qualifying, so that helped me a little bit. I don't know. I still feel like we would have been okay qualifying, but we get started on the pole, and oh man, I'm pumped. I'm just so psyched. Hopefully we'll go out there and just like, I'm hoping to kill them. I'm hoping to kill them, but in the end, it's probably going to be a close race and a really hard battle, but hopefully get the win. So I'm going to end up racing 2 races tonight, the K&N car first, and then late model second, so I want to mess me up. So we're going to do the late model race, it'll be after the K&N race, so depending on how the K&N race goes, I'm most likely going to be racing late model race.
K&N drivers, another face, needs no introduction. We chatted with her yesterday for a little while. Go and introduce yourself to the world and others.
Yeah, I'm Hailie Deegan, I'm 17 years old from Temecula, California.
So we're here Monday night now. It's got delayed till tonight, which is good. It's sunny during the day, and now the track's dry. So Hailie's gonna get a fair shot at, leading the race and taking off. But right when we got here, I seen some issues going on with the car, and they couldn't get it started. Well, all the cars had to sit out in the rain last night just because of the way they do tech here. So it got mildew and everything, and then the starter having an issue starting the car, so they had to disconnect the starter, and we're gonna have to just bump start the car and race it like that. So it just adds a little something to the mental game of it. But at Hailie race off-road, there's a lot of issues always in off-road with the trucks, and you can learn to adapt. So this is all part of her learning and being able to race anything you give her. And so she just can't stall the car. If she stalls it, it ain't gonna start. So they're gonna bump start her to go, and that's legal. And she's gonna run the race. If they go red, you have to shut the car off, but you're allowed to get bump started after red, so it should be good. And we'll see. Hopefully she can win the race. It'll be sick. And always for me, like when I started the race with a problem, I always had less pressure. I was like, you know what? I got nothing to lose. If the car has, I don't win, the car had an issue. That's kind of the way I always look at it. So she's got to see it like that and just go have fun. It's East race too, so nothing to lose. So it should be good.
Powered previous plus Toyota. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us from California, would you give a nice round of applause for our pole center, Hailie Deegan. You're going to hear with the opening ceremony now. Interesting as those who did qualifying run for their races from Friday of the K&N Pro and West Series.
end of the day, you can't control the car has issues, and electrical is so hard to figure out. And they went down fighting, trying, but at the end of the day, it's still bummer, you know. At the end of the day, you want to get laps, you want to learn. To me, I'd be dissecting that car right now, like figuring out what the tires did, try to learn something. So here we go, you know, go race a late model and have some fun at this point. She's still young and still learning. We want to win these races, obviously, but still learning. You know, this is all part of the learning game. Being able to be calm, figuring it out, and doing it. Get a feel for it, the yellow flag laps, you know, a different car. That's shifting.
good though for like, obviously if you would have focused just on this today in practice, you would be right in the mix. Jumping from the Can-Am car to this would be hard. It'd be hard.
How was your night?
I think this might be my rock bottom. Might eligibly be in the books for the worst night of racing of my life. Like after the K&N race, I was like, man, this sucks. Like it sucks, genuinely sucks. And car, it started cutting out. I don't know, it just wasn't getting power. We don't know what was wrong with it. And my gauges went off and it just started cutting out on 4th gear in the top end. And it would stop, like, almost like it was like it had a chip in it. But it didn't have a chip that low in it. But it just honestly, then they ended up just shutting off everything and wouldn't start up. So that didn't work out. And then, so I was like, we got hope. This late model race is gonna be okay. We're gonna be fast, starting on the pole there. And ended up I was like running in the top 4. There's some wrecks and stuff. And then I was running on the inside of this guy, and we were coming up to the wall, and he just like grazed off the wall a little bit, and it hit my nose, and just barely, like we were just hard racing, it honestly like wasn't, it was, both of us were racing hard, and it just nosed off him, and the car sent down to the infield, and it so happens to be at like the one track where there's a wall on the infield, and ended up smoking the wall pretty hard, like definitely didn't like knock the wind out of me, but like I've never taken a hit in a car before, and like, man, like, you feel it. There was a lot of force going backwards into that wall. It's crazy how you can just go though from like the highest of highs, like being on top of the board, starting on the pole, to like hit halfway and then going back out, and then totaling a next car. Like, seriously. Came to the track so hopeful, so much confidence. Not even cocky, just like maybe a little, but just I had a lot of confidence in today. I had a lot of confidence in my car, and it just didn't work out.
So it was a rough night, but did you learn anything from this experience?
I learned that people in K&N are a lot more respectful driving. They give you an inch, you take an inch, give an inch. It's a lot more respectful driving. They give you room. Come to these short tracks, these old guys, they race you like they're racing like straight Jimmy Johnson out there for like a cup ride. And they ain't, like they're racing 17-year-old Hailie Deegan, and it's not. And now we have to wait for these guys to cross the track.
This is what, Monday night?
Dude,
and
blowing right now.
Went from the highs of the highs, being the baddest car on the track in K&N, to the car having some issues, and the car was just struggling, missing, you know, like sputtering during the race, so just kind of fell to the back, and then the car died. So it was, man, it sucked. And then jumped in a late model, took off, and a little transition I think was hard, going from one car that turns quick to the other one that doesn't. Took a little bit, a few laps to get used to it, and everyone was going for blood, and it was an aggressive race, and guy chopped Hailie's nose down and spun and crashed the car. I'm like, oh my god. That's part of racing though, it's the way it goes. You ain't gonna finish every race clean. I think that was probably the worst crash so far, and hey, it's part of the game, right? You just have to keep moving on. Look at all the stuff they tear up every week in a NASCAR. I guess it's just the way it goes, right? So these guys here don't want, I get it, you don't want no one coming here and beating you, I get it. So that, I mean, everyone got aggressive, and you get a takeaway and learn from it. That's the way it is. It ain't gonna end our deal. It's part of the game. So I gotta get up in about a few hours and fly to Charlotte, so it should be fun.